Let's just jump straight in, why not? Hello. How are we doing today? I'm doing good. How are you? I'm gonna help. I'm gonna be helpful. Or not, cause oh, this is mouse controlled, isn't it? No? Why can I not unfold this? Hang on, what? Does this count as already being unfolded? Interesting. Select the bucket. The bucket is selected. It's broken. I think it's a visual bug. Just need the map. You need to download some mods as well. If you put !dedideets in chat, DEDIDEETS, you will get a link to all of the mods you can download direct from the server. That one stream's ended. Oh wow, that was a short one. That was a super short stream from Dagwin. It was less than an hour. So who is it? Who else in Dagwin's stream? Not Michael, could you put in the dedideets command, please? Even though it's in the title, you've somehow managed to mess it up, Callum. Well done. Shame your game won't load? That sucks, Bradley. David, how we doing? We're doing good today. Reese is joining the server. MJ, hello. You've joined us during Sinking Simulator. The best part of multiplayer is, of course, Sinking Simulator. Sync time still suck. Yes, they do, Stu. It doesn't help that there's mods. Like, mods do impact on sync times. Like, I'm not gonna pretend like they don't. Having mods on a server do impact sync times. Hey, CD. Oh! How's my flight last night? I ended up not doing it, David. I spent an age trying to get my mic to work with FATSIM, and it just kept saying my mic was cold, so your game crashed. That would explain... That doesn't explain why the sync... Huh. The sync should have taken a lot longer if your game crashed. Maybe Giants did tweak it a bit. Nick Engel, hello. Quivine, loving the stream? Well, thank you very much, Quivine. I'm probably one of the very few streamers that can get your name right first time. Between the American streamers and the UK-based streamers, very rare to get somebody who can actually say Quivine. Just alerted the Discord saying live. Thank you very much, Michael. What, you cancelled this one because the wheel was locked? Or the last one? Edward, hello. And NM Farmer as well. I'm being productive. Everyone gets your name wrong, even your teachers. Dude, your teachers need to learn Irish. Because Quivine isn't... Like, even the way it's spelled is not a difficult name to spell. Like, I used to know a guy called Erevoin, and that was not spelled how you think it would be. To the point where I can't actually remember how to spell it. Can I do a console multiplayer one day? No, Edward, I'm afraid not, because number one, I don't own a console, number two, I don't own Farm Sim on console, and number three, there's no actual way to do Deddies on console at the moment. I think there was whispers that Nitrado were going to run console Deddies at some point, but I don't know if that's happening yet. or if it's going to happen at all. But as far as I'm aware, there's no way of doing a Dedi on console. And between streaming and everything, and actually I don't even have a capture card, which would be another kind of limitation to streaming on console. But let's start the big forager. Where's the big forager? Big forager started, Reese. Hang on, where are you? Oh, we got two big foragers. It's been 2 weeks since you last played because your game issue and logs clear and all that. Try reinstalling it or something, Bradley. That might at least partially solve the problem. I didn't hit you, Alexander. I got very close to it, but I didn't. Try that 5 times. Wow. Have you tried contacting Giant Support, Bradley? They might be able to help you. Oh, for goodness sake, Reese. I don't even need to see the names to know that it's Reese. I mean, using this pit, 2.7 million. Just 6 on the map loading screen. Oh. There was contact. Yeah, I wasn't paying attention to the game. I was looking at chat. So sorry, Alexander. See you, Michael. You hate the slots on console. They're there for a reason, though. They're actually necessary. Because unfortunately, consoles don't have the same hard drive availability and hardware availability as PC. And the slots are there basically to stop your game being a lag fest. How much more is going in it? Probably the same again, and a bit more than that, I would guess. I'm honestly not sure how big this pit actually is. I'm just kind of trying to get it all hooshed up to one end. What about PS5 being better than PC? Oh god. Well, I should mention, I should say this. Would it fix it if you got a new version from Giants? It shouldn't, in theory. Needs to be a big pit as this feels a beastie. Yeah, I get the feeling the pit is actually the entire width of the thing. Why is the pit so big? Good question. Because all the fields on this map are huge. And at the moment, there is silage ongoing in field 8. Which is way off over there somewhere. I mean, Alexander is just trying to deal with cleaning up the silage pit a bit. Getting your nerves. Yeah, can I hardly blame you for being a bit annoyed by it, Bradley. Like, help, please. I'll help in a second, Alexander. I just want to get another bucket load here. There's just 2 of us in game. No, there's. I make it 5 or 6 in game currently. It's an 8-slot server. Even tried no mods. And what map, out of curiosity? Oh, please. Good lord. You know you're supposed to lower that rear thing, right? Because you've been running with it up and it's just creating giant piles behind you. Now I'm stuck. Chicken bacon melt Pete, that sounds delicious. Hello, Steve. It's a big Silage, but yes, it is, look. And hello. I'm doing good. Yeah, you stick with leveling, because this thing, while slow, is there a better attachment for the wheel loader to do this? I'm feeling like the answer is no. Yeah, the answer is no. I need to find a big bucket mod for the wheel loader. Hey, DMF. Ooh! This now works properly. We need a 3-point bucket mod. I guess. Can you join? Anybody can join on PC, just download the mods. It's completely open. Exclamation mark dedideets in chat to get server details. Fleetal buck rake on the buck rake is 11,000 liters. Yeah, I need to download a mod like that for this this map, I think. Or for the server. Dedideets, not just exclamation mark Deddy. It's in the title. Am I today? I'm good. I'm good. On the mod hub, not on the book rake. Yeah, I was kind of thinking you meant mod hub. Sven got the command right. Nightbot should, in theory, throw a working link for mods at you. If it doesn't, I'm going to swear at the server, because that's the 5th time I've generated a link, and every time people are saying, no, it doesn't work. It works, good. Do you guys want me to do some actual farming, by the way, instead of just desperately trying to level this? That said, actual farming will also be, will essentially just be silage harvesting. So it's either silage clamping or silage harvesting. They're the 2 choices available. You know what's up your game because there's no mods in. Yeah, it sounds like the game itself is broken. Getting your G29 this week? Very nice, Stephen. Birthday on Friday. Well, happy birthday in advance, dude. It is... I don't think he's here, because he's probably out partying. It is Simulator Gaming's birthday today. That's also Chrissy Irish Gamer's birthday. Put the silage in at the top, please. You may need to reverse up the ramp, but put the silage in at the top, please. I could harvest field 11. I guess I could. I presume you got stuck. Yeah, Reese got stuck because he tried trolling me and it backfired significantly. It'd be so hard to keep the pit under control. I mean, it's going reasonably well so far. How big is the bigger leveler? Or the one that can go onto the wheel loader? Pit is too big. There's no such thing as too big. It's easier with 2 in the pit. Yeah, 5 meters. Yeah, but I mean in terms of capacity. Do I hear a truck? No. Hey, Silver. Don't we fail on Friday? I have no idea. I hope that's not the answer that you wanted. Or I hope that is the answer that you wanted. But that's not the answer you expected. Yeah, I have no idea if Oakfield failed or not. I know Peterville failed. And MJ, you never messaged me about those issues. If you're still here, dude. MJ, message me after the stream. With the issues you were having with Peterville. Don't ask permission, just do it. Because otherwise I'll forget to contact you. It did, but it's back with them, so Landy said... Yeah, I didn't ask Landy, oddly enough. Usually I do. It just completely slipped my mind to ask him. Hey, Mark. VF, hello. Simulator Gaming, hello, birthday boy. Happy birthday, Sim. I'm gonna link for Giants. Farming-simulator.com. That's my favorite job to do in FS19. In all farm sims, it is always mowing. Because it's relaxing and kind of mindless work. It's just something that I can do and not really think about, which is really nice. Something that really just cuts stress. I'm doing good. How are you? Yeah, I like spraying crops as well, but with that you kind of have to think about it. Let's go do something else. Let's grab these. Because I get this distinct feeling that that something has been forgotten. It's annoying because you want to farm but you can't. Yeah, oh no, Reese is up on the one that I'm heading to. First time they want to bring it in the beef mod. Thing is, I'm gonna make excuses for giants here and give you the reasons that beef isn't a thing in game. Beef isn't in game because, like, there are certain religions that don't eat beef and see beef as being sacred and stuff like that. So, by having cows just produce milk, and don't get me started about vegans and whatnot, by the way, by having the cows just produce milk, and having the cows, or having the pigs produce effectively pigs, giants are being as inoffensive as humanly possible when it comes to animals. Obviously PETA will always be angry, and vegans will always be angry, but there's nothing in game that could be seen as offensive by any religion or any sane person, PETA notwithstanding, and vegans notwithstanding. You'd like to see calves and lambs in the game. That'd be kind of cool, actually. Silver it is. Anything that's aerosolized and put into the air is inherently unhealthy for the human body because it's not supposed to be inhaled. Hell, even this, you know, very unhealthy. I don't get why there's this big song and dance about it being unhealthy, because it's just common sense, you know. Oh hey, this thing that kills weeds is somehow unhealthy for humans. Who would have thought that? Aww. Will the grazing mod come out? Yes and no. The grazing mod is going to be part of Seasons. It's not going to be the same as it was in 17. It's unhealthy 100%. I don't see the big song and dance people are making about it. I don't understand. You know, it's like saying, oh, I sprayed rat poison on this field over here, and now all my cows are dying. Why is this? It's because it's still poison. Beef is a mod in certain regions wouldn't have to use it. This is true, but giants, because they're okay, because giants are based in Germany and Switzerland, and Germany and Switzerland are both very kind of multicultural yet very religious for all those countries. They don't want to insult or offend anybody by even producing a mod that will do it. Sure, they'll release a mod on the mod hub that can do it probably, but they won't make it themselves. Because they don't want their names associated with it, because it'd be bad press in Germany and in Switzerland, and it would alienate some people, and it's just, you know, if a modder makes it, then giants can at least say, well, we didn't make it. We're not going to judge mods based on what they contain. To a certain extent. Also, personally, I don't actually like the beef mod. I like the idea of the cows just giving milk. As much as I like a good steak, I genuinely prefer in Farm Sim having having milk cattle. Because you get more money per cow then. You know, every cow produces essentially infinite money. Any chance of upgrading the trailer sizes for the trucks? I don't think there's a need to do that, because as it is, the trucks are having to wait behind each other, Stu. And we have 3 of those trailers, and I'm running with 2 others. So I don't see the need. I can see the point of it. I don't see the need to do it just yet. Yeah, the milk aspect is better because it produces effectively infinite money. You know, if you look at it per cow, milk produces infinite money. Beef produces whatever you can get for the beef. If you could actually milk the cows. Even in real life that's not done, they're just put on milking machines. And like Roscoe said, if somebody really wanted to, they could sell the cows and pretend it's for beef. Even though you wouldn't ever sell milk cattle for beef, they'd probably just go to the... They'd just get disposed of, effectively. Because milk cattle are bred for milk production, not for beef production. There's almost 200... Yeah, Alexander's kind of nailed it. There's a metric butt ton of trailer capacity hauling at the moment. There's no need for us to randomly decide we need extra trailers or bigger trailers. As much as I want to agree, there's no need. To the factory, I'm trying to say. Yeah, they'd be disposed of somehow. I don't know how exactly. They do. The cow's not producing. The do is the cow's not producing, and of the get sold for beef. Ground beef. Ah. I suppose milk cattle would be more lean than beef cattle to a certain extent. You have a model that's not beef, but they could sell cattle by weight. I suppose. Am I Irish? No, I'm French. Probably Reese, but this is the direction it's going. It's going to stay this way. What category would be under for my issue? Product, key, activation, payment, refund, multiplayer. I would say other. It would either be like other or bug report. But bug report would imply that you know what the problem is. The cool with cows and sheep broke out and all. It'd be really cool if you could move, and we're saying this in the build up to 17, I don't think it's going to be a big surprise. It'd be really cool if you could move the cows in between pastures. I know that that's not really all that possible the way cows work. But it'd be cool if you could like set a field as a cow pasture or a sheep pasture. Yeah, as long as the helper is not getting confused, it's perfectly fine doing what it's doing. What I'm going to do in the meantime is I want to check the garage. I thought as much. I presumed that would be the case. So let's make a couple of changes to equipment here. That can go. And that can go. And we can buy... I've completely lost the harvester, haven't I? Yeah, I've just gone off on a weird tangent. Reese, you can take over. Hey, Barn Lodge. I was at 95% anyway, and I'm gonna go off and do something else in a second. I'll also want to buy... this? You've moved to Silage field. Yeah, there's a lot you could do with the animals still. That I think Giants could implement, but haven't. You know, there's still a lot of room for Giants to iterate the animals out to be even cooler than they are now, and even more. I guess I don't want to say worthwhile, but more fleshed out as a feature. The same with the horses. Like, I think you can move the horses around as well, because you would in real life. You know, you definitely with the cows, you'd have them in different grass fields periodically. Send them an email, just gotta wait for a reply tomorrow. Yeah. You might not get a reply, Bradley, but I presume you will. And that's... You know, that's all I can do for you, I'm afraid. That's all I can ask, you know, tell you to do in terms of trying to get some sort of help for it. Mowers are ready for me? I don't want the mowers. Why can't modders set like 4 fields of cow pasture and move them around them? They can. They absolutely can. It's just that the way that animals work, it's kind of nodes. It's probably the best way to explain it. Like, you set an area as being animals, and the animals will only ever be in that area. The advantage of that is you can define where the animals are, and the game can pick up off all of the triggers that are in that area as being for that animal. The downside is the animals can't be moved around. Oh, so that's one way to get the header through tight space. If not, you'll buy 17, go back to that. I doubt you'll need to go that far, but that's always an option, I guess. Defeated by a bush. Come on, there you go. Who needs a header trailer when you can just bop it everywhere? This is far more efficient than using a header trailer. Also far prettier, because I mean, I can do this and have the crops do a massive wave as I pass by. Right, I'm heading to field 11 with this. So let's get this into the field. There's some actual vague organization going on this farm, and I don't like it. Well, I do, but it confuses me. Can I fit between these two trees? I could fit between these two trees. Oh, yep. Perfection. Chat's quiet today? Yeah. I think all the people that would usually chat a lot are in games, so that's not the biggest of surprises. What's the name of the server and the password? Exclamation mark dedideets in chat, and iPod will give you the information. See you, Mark. If Giants made all we said happen, the community would be a lot more interested, and the game would be almost impossible to produce. There are always going to be things that just can't go into the game, or they don't have the time to put it into the game. Like, we can come up with so many great ideas, sure, but Giants are the ones that have to actually make those ideas work in the game, and some of our ideas just aren't possible. Even let me talk about just moving animals. I've done why dynamic terrain's an issue before plenty of times, but I'll talk about why the moving animals is a nightmare for Giants. They should be thinking of the money, and they are, because it would cost a lot more to produce a game with everything that we want in it. Fuel 11, Alexander. I'm just starting down here. Hey, Gaming Guitar Guy and Rupert. Now let's look at the idea that I keep bringing up, which is moving animals around. As it works right now, animals are done by an info layer, which works fine. It links into the animals, it links into the triggers that are around the animals, and it tells the game basically the animals are here and these are the triggers that are associated with them. If you could move the animals, you'd then have to have a dynamic info layer moving around with them. But the triggers would have to remain in one place, or you'd have to have a way of moving the triggers, which would complicate things and involve a lot of extra code. What the hell? Ooh! I've just had a delivery of a fast track. Thank you! Anything that, hang on, let me put this in chat for Gaming Guitar Guy. Check out Nightbot's message in reply to that. Gaming Guitar Guy. I've misspelled it. Anybody can use this command, by the way. As long as it's spelled correctly. Anybody in chat can use the dedideets command. Assuming Nightbot's still here, because it doesn't seem to want to reply to the command. There we go. But anybody can use the dedideets command. It's also in the Discord, which I encourage you to join. It would be realistic, yes. But this is where a lot of people get annoyed. Giants aren't going for realism, they're going for what's the most playable. And the most playable, by and large, is the Simcade style the Giants have. See you, Gaming Guitar Guy. The Simcade style Giants have, I know that it's controversial, I know that there's a lot of people that hate it, and want to complain about it being too arcadey, but at the end of the day, if they weren't going for realism, they shouldn't have called it a simulator. There's plenty of simulators out there that are just jokes, Eddie Boo. This is more of a simulator than 90% of simulators. Hey, Subi Corbett's. They literally did a press conference on realism versus arcade, and I've spoken to the CEO about it, about some of the issues that players have with the game. I've spoken to Christian, and I agreed with him by and large that some of the things that people want in game would imbalance it. Like, at the end of the day, Farm Sim, yes, it's calling itself a simulator, and it's not strictly speaking a simulator, but it's a game. There has to be balance. That's why we'll say, for example, there's no canola straw. Number one, that's not something that's done very often in Germany. He had no idea it was actually a thing. I did explain to him that, no, it's a thing that is done in some areas. But number two, it would break the balance of canola. As it is, canola is one of the most powerful crops just straight out the box. You get a field of canola, you can buy quite a lot. You look at oats. Oats is hilarious because it produces the most straw. It produces very little crop, but you can still harvest a big field of oats and get whatever you want afterwards because you'll have 300 grand. Canola would have that same issue if straw was involved, because then you'd have the ridiculous price of canola and then whatever price straw is afterwards. And sure, it'd be realistic, but in terms of the game, they'd have to dump down every crop price to allow for that. And it'd be a much slower moving game if it was 100% realistic. This is something that comes up a lot, is why is Farm Sim not as realistic as maybe they could be? Potatoes, I think, could be expanded on. But something that always comes up is, why is Farm Sim Simcade, and why isn't it 100% realistic if it's calling itself a simulator? And the simple reason is cattle and crops. Let's do a quick comparison between Farm Sim and cattle and crops. And I know this is kind of turning into a rant, but it's more of an educational lecture, I would say. Also, we're in Sinking Sim, so there's nothing to talk about at the moment. Cattle and crops is a full-on simulator. There is, no corners cut. It is a simulator. Have you guys noticed that nobody on YouTube is playing cattle and crops? Or very few people on YouTube are? And the reason behind very few people on YouTube actually playing cattle and crops is very simple. Cattle and crops moves too slowly for YouTube. If I were to start a cattle and crops let's play tomorrow, I would have, say, half an hour on screen, 4 hours off camera to get the job finished, and then rinse and repeat daily, and that's just not something that anybody who does YouTube has any time to do. Because a lot of YouTubers have day jobs. People like me and Landy, granted we are full-time on YouTube, but we do spend a lot of our time just relaxing and chilling out so we can be in as good a mood as possible for the next stream or the next video, or working on some other project. Games aren't made for YouTubers though. This is true. This is very true, Eddie. However, and this is equally as important as anything else. Where did you find out about Farm Sim, Adibo? And Stu and Stephen and CD and Reese and Gaming Guitar Guy, who's actually gone. Where did you guys find out about Farm Sim? Because I can tell you where I found out. It was YouTube. Simulator Gaming, YouTube. Games aren't made for YouTubers, but YouTubers make games. This is why I would argue that games need to be YouTube friendly. This is very much the reason that I would argue games need to be YouTube friendly, is because people can go around watching YouTube all day long, and quite often a lot of people find new things on YouTube. I found out about Crusader Kings on YouTube. I absolutely love that game. Found out about it on YouTube. Stellaris, I found about it on YouTube. Imperator Rome, which is the new game from Paradox, I actually knew about before YouTube, but it's one of those things where I've just become a Paradox fanboy, because they make Stellaris, Crusader Kings, City Skylines, Hearts of Iron, stuff like that. You find out about new games and new developers through YouTube. Cattle and Crops is still in early access, yes. But the problem Cattle and Crops is going to run into very quickly, it's going to be a brick wall for them. This is not YouTube friendly. It's going to be very difficult for them to get new people interested when very few people on YouTube are going to be willing to play the game because it's so slow. How's things? Things are good, Max. I will say something else, and this is more of a business thing and something that I don't talk about much. You look at the amount of games that I get for free, which you don't see most of the games I get for free. Like, I get basically everything by Playway. For free. I'm on their mailing list. I get games from them. I'm on Keymailer, so I get sent a ton of really crappy games. Because I'm on Keymailer, I've got a YouTube channel, I've got X number of subs, whatever. I got, for free, I'm not kidding here, I'm 100% serious, I got for free, and I'm tempted to put it on the channel just as a thank you to these guys, Tropico 6. The new Tropico that came out a couple of weeks ago. I applied for a key on that, for that on Keymailer. I got that. I got a game that isn't out until the 2nd of May for free as well. I can't actually show that off. I can't even name the game until the 2nd of May. But I got that for free as well. There's a lot of games that you guys never see on the channel that just come for free. For free. Some Tropico. Yeah, that is tempting, because I do like my strategy games, and Tropico is fun. ASFTN and Yanis. I've just been talking about how important YouTubers are to games. Okay, who's got a literal potato for internet? Woodshed. I think Woodshed's computer crashed. It says for you the game's paused? The game paused itself. What? YouTube and Twitch are integral to the success of a lot of games. There are some games that can get on fine without YouTube and Twitch, and that's fine. But you look at Minecraft, you look at Fortnite, you look at PUBG. A lot of the reason they succeeded was YouTube. You look at Farm Sim, a lot of the more mainstream YouTubers are taking Farm Sim as a genuine force now, and less of a meme game, because it is a major thing. Farm Sim has become a mainstream game. It's no longer a joke for the mainstream YouTubers. They'll still meme it, but it's been a lot more serious memeing now. I enjoy the fact, by the way, that we've not even got a pasta and I've already had to empty the harvester. Please no Bailarino. Because this field would give like 1 million bales. This is a field that would give the entirety of a console's bale limit. Why is review on the server? Because I forgot to remove it. And lots of lag, yes. That's kind of a secondary issue. The amount of bales this field produced would result in millions of lag pennies. Don't know why I'm now quantifying lag in pennies, but I am. Also, for those of you who are in the Discord and in-game, thoroughly encourage you to join the MP... What was it? Multiplayer stream YouTube or something like that? Is a normal sized map or bigger? I think it's normal sized, it might be a 4x. I'm really not sure. I'm really also tempted to get a second ideal. Reviews on the server because I deactivated it and forgot to remove it. I think it might still be active. Whoops. Let's see what's going on around the server. Hang on, I need to get the official executive pickup. Hang on. There we go. It is active on the server. Oopsies. This is the wrong way. It's just not my server without the Dave Mobile on it, is it? Like this is now a requirement for the server to be actually official. Let's see how Suvi Korvitz is getting on over here. Need a pink wobble box on the back? I probably do. I wish you could make the rims on this pink as well. There's Suvi Korvitz. He's in, that looks like a Maxim to me. That's a Puma. The Anna Burger on the back. Let's see, Woodshed 100 is in probably an actual Maxim. Yes, he is. I'll just get out of his way. You're always going to put the executive pickup on top of his shed or house of the load all. I'm surprised that doesn't happen more often, honestly. Where are their names not appearing? Because I took off the HUD earlier and it breaks things. One of the things that it breaks is names appearing over players. Which is great if you want to do a roleplay, because all you gotta do is ping the HUD up and down. Carturix as always just drove straight through me. using admin privileges right there. Stew is seemingly picking up some grass over here. In the New Holland. Good use of your time there, Stu. I applaud it. That's T5 with a Schuitmacher on the back. Alexander has been going absolutely ham on the pit all day. I have not seen him away from the pit at like once this stream. I applaud him for his dedication. How's Dave been these days? Dave has been good. Alexander has been on the doing donuts on the pit. GG. You did a good job of that, Alexander. Keep it up. And Reese is in there long before the stream too. Wow. Been here since about 2 this afternoon. Good lord, you've been on that pit for 4 hours? Reese is AFKing in somewhere. Where's Reese? There he is. Took a break today for a few minutes after the incident. We don't mention the incident. There was a minor incident on the server earlier that got dealt with fairly sharpish. Right, let's get back to the fast track. And oh god, the harvester's gone filled. Yeah, there was a minor incident on the server earlier, but it's nothing nothing that didn't get fixed fairly quickly. Your T5 is struggling now. Yeah, the fast track's struggling with these 2 trailers actually. Did something go boom? Something went troll. Unfortunately, people were actually on the server at the time. Well, unfortunately for the attempted trolls. You're the only ones who got Cart on? I mean, as long as there's somebody on. And Cart, if there's problems, because this is effectively his server. I'm technically the server owner. I'm not even that. I've been given it very kindly by Nitrato. But yeah, Carturix is usually around to solve problems on the server. He is effectively the server admin. And the server manager. If he's got issues with a mod on the server, he will shout at me to fix it. Right, I'd best empty this because I'm not going to be very happy if I don't. Let's get it full up. Hey, Spudman. The 6 is to your left. Right. Forza fame, hello. What am I doing today? Well, we've done a bit of silage compacting, a bit of silage harvesting, and now we're doing an actual harvest. I've also gone around the server highlighting what people have been up to throughout the stream. And I've just realised the animation's a bit dark for the harvester because it's still filling even when there's no... Oh, that's interesting. Yeah, Alexander's been compacting for like the last 4.5 hours. Which is kind of impressive actually. That he's not like blown his computer up yet or something. Or quit out of sheer frustration at the fact that the silage harvest is nowhere near done yet. There's still another few million litres of silage to go in. I've also bought the official Dave Mobile. Saying it all, that's going to be interesting. That's going to involve probably... It is really satisfying with the leveling, to be fair. Am I liking the map? It's a good map. Not something for single player, though. Like, this is not a single player map. This is something that you want to be playing on multiplayer. Just because of the field sizes. Like, you can... Yeah, almost all of that silage there, the 3-odd million litres I'm guessing at this point. Yeah, 3.5 million litres of silage is from one field. So it's not the kind of map that you want to be trying to even think about doing in single player. Courseplay, everything, yeah, it'll be a courseplay, very courseplay heavy single player map. Like, even on multiplayer, we're using gratuitous amounts of hired workers. Alexander's been doing a fantastic job on the pit. Like, that is a near flawless job being done. I was helping him earlier, but I got bored. Safety lights on, everybody. Safety lights on. Safety first. Beacons. Beacons, everybody. It's smooth. Hey, Brendan. How am I? I'm doing good. How are you? Suvi, don't worry. I forgot my beacons, too. No beacon? Okay, bacon, then. Oh, crap. That was set to 65. Doing good, Brendan? Good to hear. if you are enjoying the stream and the gratuitous amounts of hired workers being used on the server, then feel free to hit that like a Rooney button. Maybe even, perhaps, consider doing a subscribe. That would be amazing if you considered doing a subscribe as well. And maybe even, if you have money and stuff, you can become a member and get your name in green. Martin's Photographs, hello, and Farming Boy as well, hello. What's causing all the ATM machines being stolen? People being broke and having access to diggers for some reason. Woodshed's left. Reese, get out of the executive pickup. The white one is Carturix's, the pink one is mine. Members get the exclusive bonuses of being green, or red in Discord, and, oh god, which is joining again. And, having their names at the end of streams and videos and stuff. Jag is an exception to the non-members not having their names at the end of stuff because Jag throws insane amounts of money at me. Jag gets an exception for just being a lunatic. Your internet died. Yeah, Jag is the reason streams run more or less ad-free. I've not touched the ad button in weeks. Because of Jag. And honestly, the more like donations and super chats the streams get, this is me being 100% honest with you guys. The more donations through the Streamlabs link and super chats, the more likely it is that I'm just not going to touch the ad button during streams. Can't join MP today. Your PC's broken. That sucks, Farming Boy. Stu, the last sync was so long because the server paused itself. Yeah, people just keep stealing excavators and then robbing ATMs from banks. Which is a bit odd, but okay. Weird flex. Green is not your favourite colour? Thank you very much for the £5, Fred. Very much appreciated, nonetheless. Even if you don't like the colour green. You'll be glad to hear that notification comes through in blue. And also results in spider plane. SFTN's live? Oh. Oh yeah. Let's... How far away are we from the end of this line? Quite. Let's empty these trailers and then I'll call it a stream, I think. Is a good plan. Just so you guys can go over and watch SFTN. And then I'm gonna see if I can get my mic set up to actually work on VATSIM. Which I may or may not be lying to you that the mic was the only reason I didn't do the event last night. I may be a lot more nervous and shy than I ever let on during streams. Hey man, Meg's Gaming Channel Arc. You're coming out at a bad time. We're just beginning to wrap up the stream for the day. What on earth is going on there? Alexander's given up on leveling the pit and is now just doing donuts around things. Okay. Weird flex. Just having the break for the first time in 4 hours? Fair enough. I ain't gonna complain about you taking a break, Alexander. You're more than welcome to. Who's messed up on loading into the pit? Hang on, I need to get... I need to unload. What I'm going to do as well, just for ease, is get a rather small auger wagon. There's a rather small auger wagon at the shop if anybody wants to go grab it. But that is going to do for today. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, like and subscribe. Sam, you're turning up at the exact wrong time, dude. I'm so sorry. If you enjoyed, like and subscribe. I'll be back. What did I buy? An auger wagon. It's pink. I'll be back tomorrow with probably some flights in. Until then, stay safe and goodbye.